Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to do something that is special. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, anytime it has to do with money transfers and we start talking about pennies, not hundreds of dollars to send thousands of dollars, this is a game changer. You guys are going to be privy to something that nobody else knows about hardly in the world. And it's going to start in the Dominican Republic and from United States and other locations. We got to talk to this man, Roderick Alexander, ladies and gentlemen, and get your pen, pads, and papers ready and get your Google store open as well, because you're going to want to download this app. I guarantee you, especially all of you real estate investors in the DR that has to put that money down and who has to make monthly payments, and some of you who do not even have bank accounts. Yes, you heard me correctly. Oh my goodness. And welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Stop struggling now, gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. And gentlemen, thank you once again for being here. But before we start, make sure you smash that like button, share the videos. Make sure you know what? I put the link in the chat room tonight. So you might want to get some friends of yours on the line, because whenever somebody starts talking about you can send thousands of dollars, and you guys know if you try to send thousands of dollars, like on Western Union, if you try to send thousands of dollars using your credit cards, send thousands of dollars by the traditional methods, you know good and well, you could be spending hundreds of dollars in fees. But unbelievably, ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know how to describe this, because I'm going to have to bring the man on, because I would be doing disservice, because I'd be excited when I start talking about $1,500, $2,000, and it can be there like, wait, just from the intro till now, you could already be withdrawing the money. That's what we're talking about within 3, 4, 5, 10 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is so special. This is the beginning, and we got a lot to talk about. So you're going to see this man on more than a few times. This is the first time. Roderick Alexander. I'm going to bring him up on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, in about a few minutes, but you guys know how we do these live streams. We have Yahweh J in the house, a real estate investor. He's a guy that's sending money over to the DR. He's the guy that's sitting there making sure he has to do these transfers and taking some of his money every time he sends money. He is here. Thank you so much for being in the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. He has the icon next to his name, which means he's a member of the channel, Roderick. Hopefully you can hear me back there. Yahweh J. He says, hello, SSN Nation. Happy Friday, everyone. Receive a notification and trailer. We have our Professor Auntie Val, who's here. This will open the doors for her beachfront Java business. That's right. People can send you money. That's right. Listen to me, Professor. People can send you money to your account, even if they don't have the cards and accounts they need. But Roderick's going to tell us all about it, because she wants to send over some beachfront Java to the Dominican Republic. Now, Professor Auntie Val, thank you so much for being in the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Good evening, fam. And by the way, I mentioned beachfront Java. So we're going to let Roderick know about beachfront Java as well. Whole beans, fine ground, drip ground from premium blends from around the world. Indonesia, Africa, that's right, Peru, Honduras. It's exciting, and even has teas now. Make sure you use SSN Lifestyle promo code, all caps, SSN Lifestyle promo code, so you get 10% off for life after your first order, free shipping in the United States. And she brings her tagline, "Good evening, fam," with the heart, with the strength, with the support, and a cup of beachfront Java. And the man that all made this possible, Georges Charles, is in the house. He's the man that said, "Hey, Eric, you know, when we're sending our money over to the DR and you're having like a freaking $80 coming out, $40 coming out, what if it was $3? What if it was $5?" I was like, "Get out of here, man. Stop messing with me like this." So then I talked with Roderick, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's true. And thank you so much, Georges Charles, for being here. And he says it right. Hey, all, I smell money in here. You're damn right he smells money in here. This is where the big boys play. And tonight we have big boy moves. And you know what I'm looking for? Expansion. Those wire fees are, yes, they are. Exactly. But no longer, ladies and gentlemen, if you're sending money over to the DR, pennies is what we're talking about now. Victor Marrero, another person who has invested in the Dominican Republic, who also sends money over there as well. Ladies and gentlemen, gone are those $40, $50, $60 wire fees. Gone. How about under $10 for what you're sending? How about under $5? And oh, by the way, it's over there today. We don't have to wait 5, 6, 8 days for the wire to be confirmed. All right, enough of me ranting and raving. I'm going to bring on Mr. Roderick Alexander in the house, ladies and gentlemen. He's coming. Check this out. Here's the man of the hour. Thank you so much for being here, man. I greatly appreciate it. This is exciting. This is actually happening right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say it's going on already. This isn't some pie in the sky dream. Transactions, the currency exchanges, everything that happens in the back end has been going on for I don't know how long, about a month or a year. Months, not a year.
About a year. About a year. Yeah, about a year.
Exactly. So, Roderick, say hello to the people here in the SSN Nation, and thank you again for being here. This is so exciting, man.
Man, it's glad to be here. You know, when you've got me excited about sending money. You know, it's one thing to kind of hear it, but the way you describe it and just what I know people are going through, it just makes sense because again, I started on this really in January of 2021 is when I really started this process. I just needed to find a better way. I needed to make this process make more sense. And what happened was I actually got banned from like the money sending services, and I was using it for business.
Right.
So so Western Union, I was sending money back and forth to my lawyer because I was looking at making some moves and doing some business. And Western Union, they called me and was like, they asked me the question. They said, "Well, why are you sending so much money?" And to be honest with you, I felt like this was going to be my time to shine. I was like, "Hey, listen, I'm doing big business, baby. You know,
right.
I got more money coming. I'm keep it pumping." And they were like, "Oh, okay." And they blocked me.
That's right. I knew it was coming.
Blocked me. And it was like, well, if you read this paragraph and that paragraph, Western Union is for personal.
Yep.
So what I didn't know at the time was that Western Union and all of them are all intricately connected because of anti-money laundering. So, you know, you can't use one and go to another one and your ID is just passed around. So I was blocked. So I was like, okay, I've got to find a way and I've got to do it. So I went to Stripe because I was using Stripe as well. And I was like, listen, guys, I need to send money to the Dominican Republic. This is before Stripe. This is in 2017, 2018, when Stripe was not who they are today, you know, $100 billion company. Yes. This is when you could email and somebody would, you know, get right back to you. And they just said, no, we don't have plans in doing that. So I asked a lot of different processors. I said, hey, can you process for me? And, you know, they had me send them my plan, my ideas. Nobody would process for me. So I said, you know what? I need to figure out how to do this on my own. So, you know, I started doing research and I found out that what banks were looking for, I didn't have any of that. Like I didn't have 10 years experience, you know, sending money. I didn't have a banking institution. I didn't have anything, but I just had a great idea. And so 2021, that was a lot of changes in the world. We had the pandemic. And then we had some, I'll be honest with you, some racial events that happened. And everybody's familiar with what happened with George Floyd. So at the time, most of the banks and businesses, they were saying, listen, we're going to be inclusive to other communities. We're going to get everybody the opportunity to really, do things. So a lot of people started hair salons, nail salons, trucking companies, restaurants. And I went and said, I want to be a global merchant processor. And they were like, don't pick that one. Yeah, that's the one I want. I want global merchant processor. I want to be able to process my own payments. And so they were like, okay. And so what ended up happening, I got to be honest, there were a team at Chase Bank, JP Morgan Chase, the largest private bank in the world, the fifth largest in the world after the 4 banks in China. So really the largest bank in the world. So it would be the hardest for me to get this type of to be a processor with them. So the deck and everybody was telling me it just probably wasn't going to happen. I just couldn't take that as a right answer. So I was like, what do I need to do? So after I got with these special people at JP Morgan Chase that said, listen, we see your idea. We know what you want to do. If you follow us, if you just don't be, don't get frustrated, just go through the process. Because I had to get KYC'd. They checked my entire life, make sure that everything, I mean, they did their due diligence on me personally. And after about 8 or 9 months, I was given the go ahead and told that, yeah, man, you passed. You are, a global merchant processor. You can process in any currency in the world. And my plan was to start in the Dominican Republic because I have a history with the Dominican Republic, but I didn't want to try to go out and have 10, 15 different countries. That's just too much. Why not just get it, perfect it, and then you can expand after that. But yeah, it happened, man. So I am, one of one right now. But
yes,
we're looking to open the door for other people to kind of get in this space. But it's definitely a privilege to be here and that I can now give back. And so I realized that the key to the way money transfer and the fees and this and that, it's just to keep it in the hands of the people who say, here's what we're going to do. Here's how we're going to do, give it to the people. And here I am, I'm in the business. I'm in there and I can say, we can do that for a lot less, because I was a user. I was getting charged those fees. And so I said, we can do better. And so and we'll get into a little bit how I came up with the plan. So I really wanted an application that had everything involved. When I was sending money, I was using 3 apps. I had to use the connection app, which was usually WhatsApp, to call and talk internationally. Then I had the Google Translate. Then I had to use the app to make the money transfer. So I was using 3, sometimes 4 apps to make this happen. So I said, you know what? I'm going to have everything in one app. So in my app, Jubilee, and I'll tell you where I got that name from in a little bit, but in my app, Jubilee, you can do everything. You can make phone calls. You can send text messages. You could be on the phone with somebody, look at the screen, send them money in the middle of a conversation. I needed it to be that simple and that easy. And that was just what I went for. So, almost 3 years later, we're here. The last couple of months have really started to pick up because we've started talking about it. We've started marketing. And again, I said I started this back in January of 2021. So I spent most of 2021 just in development. I spent all of 2022 in development and getting things right. And then in 2023, we kind of started it out in a controlled environment just to kind of see where the bugs hit, what we needed to fix, and then to take notes and then input from users so that we can make it better.
But first of all, do we want to tell the people the name of the app?
Yes, the name of the app, Jubilee. And so here's where I got that name from. And that's why this means it definitely means a lot to me. It's named after my mom. My mom was, she was Aunt Juby. So and she's the one that started me in this process. So if I go way back, my mother started me and my brothers on the road to entrepreneurship at the age of 12. She was the neighborhood candy lady. If you're familiar with the candy lady. So my mother would go to work, and then I guess I was by default the manager, because my brother Corey and Travis, had to make sure that they didn't, eat honey buns in the morning. But when I started that store, there it is, Jubilee. Yep. Right there. Jubilee. Yep. When I got that, and it triggered something in me that said, this is what I want to do. So I've never had a 9-to-5. I've just been blessed to go and have my businesses grow and grow. So this is all that I know. This is all that I know. It's been difficult for the simple fact that a lot of people still have a hard time believing that.
Yes. Yes, I did initially. I was like, get out of here with this. I was like, stop what you're saying, because everybody understands. Basically, if we have to send money over, we're going to, like you're saying, I'll just give competition. I mean, whatever. They're not really competition anymore. Western Union. Yep. You got to go to Western Union. Then you got to send it. You can use your credit card on their website and all this crazy, but the fees, like, who knows what it is? Sometimes it's $80, sometimes it's 50, sometimes it's 120. It's all over the map, depending on how you send money. Then people go, hey, Eric, why don't you use Remitly? I'm like, I'm in the USA. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't send no money like this. I don't know what this is. Then the next move, they say, okay, we'll send PayPal. No, that won't work either. I get delays. I'm just like, nothing works. Yeah. So then they say, okay, just wire the money. And then I'm like, okay, that's $40, $50 if I go into the bank.
And then
no matter what the amount,
they're going to charge you on their side to process
exactly
the other 50.
Yeah, it gets crazy. It's like, what's going on here? So when you started telling me certain things, I was just like, when you said, no, we sent $1,500, I believe was the number. And I'm like, $1,500 what? $1,500 or pesos? You go $1,500, and you're like, I think it costs like $5, $4. Like I was like, wait,
$4.79.
Yeah, there you go. I was like, what the? I said, wait a minute, no way. And so after that, we did a little testing and some other things in the app, and I was like, oh my God, $5 for every 50. It's not even every 1,500 either. It's based on some algorithm, so we don't know what it comes out to.
Yeah, and so I will say this. For the most that you'll spend in terms of like sending money is probably going to be about $19 to $20, to be honest with you. Like if somebody was sending 10,000, then that it would be like that. But again, the way this works, it's just
exactly
the way this works. So I'm also through Chase, I can do ECP. That's electronic check processing. It's like the father of ACH.
Wow.
So the platform or the service is really in the banking. It's called ECP, electronic check processing.
Yes.
The public knows it as ACH. So I can do those types of payments. Now, normally those will take about 2 days because we have to let those take about 2 days. But because of the process in getting from bank to deposit and things like that. So that takes a little bit. But when you're doing like if you use your credit card or debit card, then that's instant that goes in because for us or for the receiver, they're just getting a cash transfer. They're just getting a cash transfer. you know,
Yeah.
and so that's why it's so fast, because there, you know, if you're using your card, and I'm just going to get a little technical here. If you're using your card, then once you swipe your card and you authenticate it and you say, yep, I'm using it, that's the 3D Secure. And then we know that that money is safe. Then we go ahead and send it, because we know we'll get it a day or two later. And again, for stop struggling, you know, we're just going to give it to you. We're going to give you the full deal. So people that actually listen to this, watch this broadcast, whatever questions you have about how it works, I'm gonna be open and just really share it with you guys, because I do want people to stop struggling. I want you to know what it is you're doing,
exactly,
and understand. So definitely here to answer questions, and just to show how what I'm doing helps not only businesses, but it helps people personally. It actually causes prices to go down. Let me give you a quick example. If you have a restaurant and the tax rate here is very high, so you could be paying anywhere 18% on a credit card purchase. So you've got to add that in to what you're charging. So if you wanted 1,000 pesos for, let's just say, a meal, you're going to charge close to 1,200, because you've got to build in that 20 or 200 pesos to cover the cost of the transaction. But because what I'm doing, the person that's using their card, they pay the normal fee, and the receiver receives 100% of what they're charging. So they would get, if you're charging 1,000 pesos, the person receives 1,000 pesos. You see what I'm saying? And the person that's paying would pay 1,030 pesos, something like that. So
right.
What I don't want to have to do, and what doesn't have to happen, is credit card companies charge on both sides. They charge the receiver, and they charge the sender. Anybody that has the machines, they know. They say, I made $100, but I got to pay $4, to the company. Why?
Yep. Exactly.
Why? Because you're using older equipment, outdated equipment, and things like that. So let me give you a visual.
Okay.
If you're on a road, and Western Union and all of these big companies, they're like big 18-wheelers. So they're brick and mortar, or they're so deeply entrenched in what they've built over the last 20, 30, 40 years. So as they go down the road, technology is going the other way. So I'm in a smart car. So I'm going the other way quickly. So for those big companies to really they've got to turn that big truck around, and that's not easy. So people always ask me, well, can they do what you do? Well, yes, but they've got to change. They've got to take that big 18 wheel and turn it all the way around on a tight road. And I'm in this little car, and I'm going down the road of technology. So for me, the world is, as we know, you can call anyone in the world right now on your cell phone and do a FaceTime. So why are we still, think about it like this, in money transfer, why are we going from a bank to the exchange in the US, to the exchange in the foreign country, to the bank that you wanted to go to get that approved, to send a message back to the exchange, back to the other exchange, back to the bank to say it's okay to send it, and then they send it? Why are we still doing that? Exactly. When I can just say, you got it, you want it, done. But
that's where
the Fed
that's the thing. Exactly. But that's just the thing. What people don't understand is, I alluded to it, but let them know the timing is literally what you're saying when we're not using an ECP method, but when somebody's saying, hey, I want to send using my debit card or my credit card or from a bank.
Yeah, it's account. 3 minutes. Yeah. 3 minutes.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. 3 minutes.
Because that's
from
just
USA
the time it takes. Yeah. Yeah.
To the Dominican Republic. When you tell somebody, hey, by the time you sent it, then you get there and you text them or call them. By the time you get off the phone saying, yeah, I sent you this, here's the number, you can go pick up the money. And literally from their time they start walking or getting on their bike or getting in their car, it's already there.
Yeah, it's already in the
there.
account. Yeah.
That's crazy. Now, the question is what about weekends?
Oh, it's 24/7.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so right now it's what, about 9:45.
Yes, 9:45.
All the banks are closed.
Exactly.
All the Casa de Cambio.
Yes.
The Western Unions, everybody's closed. So if you need 5,000 pesos right now, where would you get it? How would you get it? Exactly. So with us, you just send it, and you can either, of course, go straight to the account, or you can send it to the ATM machine, and that's the one where I had to tell you about that one because you were like, no.
Yes.
And so no, we have something in the Dominican Republic called Sin Tarjeta, and and well, let me say this: I'm a U.S. citizen, but I'm currently living in the Dominican Republic, so this is, I actually had to move here to make it work. Yes. So you can go to the ATM machine with a code and the amount that you're going to get out. You go to the machine, you put it in, put the code in, and put the other information, how much you're supposed to get, and it comes right out. And until you saw it with your own eyes, you were like, man, I don't know. I was like, yeah, man. So that's something that you can do here.
Ladies and gentlemen, just what he just said. America always thinks they're ahead of the curve, but they're not. I keep telling you guys this. The rest of the world is actually ahead, but we're pounding our chest that we have the best technology. What he literally just said, I was still in disbelief, but don't worry. I have a video. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see that video here tonight. Right now, in fact, since he mentioned this, because I just couldn't believe that I could send money using the Jubilee app. Mm-hmm. I could say, okay, $1,500 USD. I can send, it translates into a Dominican peso on the other side. And a person can go, yep, 85,000. That's right. 85,000 Dominican peso. That's what it comes out to, roughly. And so then they don't need a bank account. That's the thing. They can go to an ATM machine, put in a PIN number, kind of like that MoneyGram or Western Union tracking number, same type of thing, and no card needed. Put in the code and money comes out. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to show you the video because until I saw this, I was just like, wait, what's going on here? And then come to find out there's, I don't know about testing in the United States, but apparently they have some of these things in Canada. I can't believe it. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? Nothing in America for these machines. Man, Roderick, this is major. This is major. Yeah. So the question is now, there's another side to this. Mm-hmm. I always think business, right? This is like what we do here. We think stop struggling now, but then opportunities arise. How do we get the ATM machines? Where do you get the ATM?
Yeah, now here's what I'm really looking to do. Right now, we go through the two major banks here. So you can go, they have banks everywhere. Mm-hmm. I am looking to get my own ATM machines so that with my own ATM machines, it'll be looped into my Jubilee system.
Exactly.
And then in terms of limits, there'll be no limits because right now there is a limit on what we can send per day. Mm-hmm. And I want to eliminate that. So I've been doing my research and trying to find a smart, if you know that there are some smart ATM machines that don't need a card, and so that's what I've been researching. So hopefully at some time in 2024, I will have, the Jubilee ATM machines, and that's really going to change the game.
That changes the game right there. Then you don't even need a center.
Exactly.
That's the thing, right? They just have to be a normal ATM machine.
Just ATM
All right,
machine.
ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to caution you. I'm going to play this video, but the volume is kind of high on the video. I can't change the volume.
Turn that volume down.
Yeah, so turn your volume down. That's all I want to tell you now. Get your volume a little bit low. So here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Take out money without the card, right? So this is how it works.
You can smile, Rob.
A lot of people say it's not possible. So I'm going to go here, transactions, sin tarjeta. I'm going to go with Código Cash. I'm going to go with the cédula first, 0. And I'm going to hit enter. Code is 905453. And I'm going to say 7,000 pesos. And you see that ended in 2? He put 3. So if I would have put the wrong number in, then he'd say, you didn't get it. But it's right here. Okay. So I didn't put a card in. And again, only with Jubilee, baby. No card, no nothing. 7,000 because we needed it real quick. There it is. Come on out. Don't be shy. 7,000. Now, how easy was that?
Yeah, that's it. I think you're on. I think you're on mute. I think you're on mute. There you go. Is Eric on mute?
Speaker. All right.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. It happens. I'm just like, no way. This is not. I can't believe it. And there is KYC when we had to sign up, right? When we got the Jubilee app, we had to have KYC. So you guys go download the software.
Let me explain that. And so here's the thing. If you've used Western Union or you've used a lot of the other guys, and again, if it works for you, then I'm saying more power to you. But and definitely, I think that being able to send the money, I just think that my way is a little better. But so here's the thing: when you send money with Western Union, they aren't really checking who you are. They may look at your ID or whatever just to put the information on the card. But that ID could be fake ID. It could be anything. What we do is we do a KYC through SumSub, SUMSUB, www.sumsub.com. They are a worldwide company that checks for they validate identities. They also validate bank accounts and things like that. But we do KYC on everybody that's on the platform. Now, what that allows us to do is to eliminate all of our users from anti-money laundering, eliminate all of our users from the PEP, that's politically exposed persons, and that's people who are politicians that they can bribe with money, things like that, and then also blacklisted. So it checks all of that. So everybody on our platform, so hear this, everybody on our platform has been cleared. So then why? Because I saw so no, he doesn't know yet, but he'll probably know this week. So here's my thing. Why do you control people's money if they've already been cleared and they aren't on any watch list? They've been cleared with no money laundering. They've verified their identity. Why would a company then tell me or ask me, why am I sending $4,000 this week and I want to send $4,000 next week?
Exactly.
Why are you questioning what I want to do with my money? I've been, and here's the thing. I'm sending it to another person that's been verified.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So I've been, it's, we verified everything. Why Western Union, people who they question, sometimes they want your tax returns. Sometimes they want to know where do you work? They want to know all these things. And I simply want to send my grandma $150. That's all.
Yeah.
Or I want to pay for some property.
Yeah.
So that's why we go through and we do that at the beginning. See what a lot of these companies do, they just bring all the money in, give us all the money, and then we'll limit on what you can do. We get a lot of people who come to our platform, they start to sign up, and then once they have to give their identity, they